Are you gonna blur my face and deepen my voice and make it really high?
We weren't planning on it. We can blur your face if you want, but...
It's more powerful if you use my real voice and face.
Yeah, but you can pick whatever name you want.
Oh, you're not gonna use my real name?
No, it's probably for the best if we don't. I mean, I'm using my real name because I have to.
Right.
And I'm gonna use Brad's name because fuck him.
Right.
But we can call you whatever you want.
Really? Any name?
Yeah, whatever you want.
What should my name be then? So I guess it started when... Okay, I'm sorry. Should I refer to you as you, or... Okay, sorry, should I start over? I'm not really used to it. Right. So, I guess everything started that night when I saw you. You told me that Brad had... Well, you told me that you and Brad had sex. But then you seemed really upset. And you kind of admitted, or not admitted, but you said that he had raped you, and I believed you, and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of tricky because Brad is popular and generally well liked, and he's cute, so.
Could you talk a little bit about what you told me to do?
Yeah, I knew you had class with him, so I suggested that you go and tell, okay, sorry, should I say the professor's name, or, okay. I knew you had class with Brad, so I suggested that when you told me what happened, you should tell a teacher because, I assumed that she would know what to do. But in retrospect, I guess she didn't, and that's why you're making this, right?
So I can use any name I want?
Yeah, whatever name you want.
I can't think of one right now.
That's all right. Just tell me later. Whenever you're ready, you can start speaking.
I had a TA in one of my classes. He was a grad student, and he always hit on girls in class, all the time. Like, he teaches this literature class, and whenever he calls on girls in class that he's attracted to, he uses this tone. And it's like, everybody notices it, but no one ever says anything about it. He's like a bad teacher, you know? Like, he presents the material well, but he hits on students, so he's a bad teacher. And I love the class, but I hate going because it's like, he doesn't ever make me feel bad about myself. Like, he's very complimentary of my work, but that's the thing. Like, is he complimenting me because of my work or because he's trying to get into my pants? And everyone in class is thinking it. I can tell everyone in class thinks that he calls on me because he's into me. And it's like, I'm fucking smart. I get good grades, and I'm like writing a paper and I don't even feel like he's gonna read it. But what if he is only calling on me to get my attention? And you know what the worst thing is? The guys in my class are almost jealous. Like, they think it's unfair that they can't get the same attention. And I try to talk about it with my guy friends, and they're like, well, you get free drinks when we go out, but it's like not the same thing, you know? And it's just it's so frustrating because I want to get good grades, but I'm not using a different tactic to get them. So it's...
What class does he teach?
Ian 120. You know him?
I might. I have a friend who's in that class. She told me about him.
What does she say?
So you're making this because of Theo?
Well, partly. Theo's a factor, but he's not the whole story.
I was like, oh my god, did I complain about him so much that May decided to make a whole movie about him?
He never hit on you, though. Did he?
No. I wasn't his type.
Oh. So I guess you kind of dodged that bullet. Sort of.
Yeah, sorta. But it's degrading either way. I've thought about reporting guys like Theo, but I get too intimidated by the system and what the remaining teachers will say about me. This one guy, he was a TA, literally the scum of the earth, but the professor he assisted was a woman, and they got along great. If she didn't notice the way he acted, would anyone? You know?
I do.
Yeah, I was going to talk about, before college, I was assaulted by a family member. And I shoved it down for a long time, and I avoided him, and I avoided it. And I never talked about it, and my family doesn't know. It would destroy them, and I'm sorry. Can I do this?
No, I'm so sorry. We will just stop.
I just said it's ambitious, that's all.
No, say the whole sentence again.
Are you filming this?
Maybe.
So am I like gonna be like a character in your movie?
You're not a character, it's a documentary.
Right, but like, I'm gonna be in it?
Is that okay?
Uh...
Come on, you know what this means to me.
So you're like just gonna film me against my will? Like without me knowing? Doesn't that sound like something you're making a documentary about? Like against my will?
Alright, fuck you.
No, hey, I'm just making a joke.
It's not a joke to me.
I know. I just don't know if it's a good idea for me to be involved. Because you really want me talking about what I think about rape culture? Most of my ideas came from stuff that you've said.
Well, you know what it's like to be in love with someone who's been assaulted. That's not an experience that I have.
No, it's not a no, it's a maybe. I want you to make the best movie you can, but I'd rather not be interviewed, if that's possible.
Are you camera shy?
No.
You are.
I'm not. I feel very naked. Like everybody would just see it and know exactly what I'm thinking, and I can't change my name because you didn't change yours.
You could still be anonymous.
Yeah, but I don't know. You have all those girls like here I am with not that much perspective, and I just feel kind of shitty about it. I don't know.
But you're worried about me.
I'm not worried about you.
You just said that
I know, but I trust you.
Trust me to what?
To take care of yourself and the people you're filming. Sounds like a long fucking day to me. I don't have any particular sensitivities to the topic, and I don't know how I would do it, so as long as you're good, you know?
Not all of them have been raped. Some of them have been sexually harassed.
Right. Still sounds like a long day.
And tomorrow I'm talking to some boys.
Boys who have been raped?
Some.
I was in a class where a female student was dating a teacher, or fucking him, at least.
Did it impact your experience of the class?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was unbelievably obvious. We all see them together all the time. And it was like they were trying to mess with us, because sometimes they would post Facebook pictures of the same thing at the same time, and it's like, well, that's public shit. So do they want everyone to see it?
Yeah. I was really close with her when she was with him. She used to show me the texts he would send her. We were like 19, 20. We had just turned 20 that year. And he would text her like pictures of wine and be like, come over.
I mean, she was the kind of girl who wanted attention. She always needed a guy to look at her. It was like she would sometimes dress nicer for that class than she would for any other school event, because she wanted the teacher to see her looking good, who she was fucking, and he fell for it.
You know, and I feel weird talking about this because, you know, what he did was so atrocious, like absolutely atrocious. But you can't talk about him without talking about her, but that's not really fair. And you know, some people are like, fuck her, she asked for it, but that's not, they didn't know her, you know, and they didn't know what was going on in her life, and they didn't know how she felt about herself. And I don't want to tell you those things because she might see this one day, maybe. And, you know, she knows my name's not Daisy.
I mean, your wife and daughter and everything, and he was always still with this fucking stupid girl, and I mean, she wanted it. It was like she felt some sort of power, like she was beating us because she was boinking the teacher. I don't know. It was, we'd see them, and we'd talk about it, and we'd see them being unbelievably intimate, and then we'd go into class, and I'd be like, well, what can I do? We just had to watch. We were helpless.
I don't know what she would say to me if she found out I was doing this interview. Probably not, thank you. But it's better than being silent, you know? Isn't it?
Yeah, it was common knowledge that the two of them were fucking. Even before anything happened between them or to me, I never registered for his class because I got bad vibes from him. And I want to be clear. When I say bad vibes, I am not using it as a generic expression. I do not mean it generically. I mean that I felt uncomfortable around him. Like, I didn't think he was going to attack me or anything, but I felt unsafe around him. I mean, take that in for a second. The students here feel unsafe with the professors. After I was raped, I went to my advisor to ask her what I should do, and I thought she was being so helpful, so nice. But it turns out she didn't report me to the Title IX coordinator. And she said that she did. I don't know if it slipped her mind or what, but it took her a month to do it. I mean, how could I trust her after that? I didn't have a lot of friends at the time. You know, aside for my boyfriend. And he was the one who, you know, raped me. It sounds cliche, but I guess I just couldn't believe that someone who said that they loved me could do that. Actions and words, you know?
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Yeah, so this is like a class project.
Well, sort of. I'm just trying to speak to the school and say Title IX is in place for a reason and it's not being followed, and to say to students to maybe think about what they say about their classmates.
So you're fighting the school?
Well, I'm trying not to use that language, but
Don't you think you should tell people that before you interview them?
I posted in my ad that I was...
No, fuck this. I want you to delete my interview.
I'm not taking any sort of legal action.
You didn't tell me what you were doing. You did not give me a fair warning. I don't want my name attached to this.
Fine, I'm sorry, please. I will not use your name. Please?
Yeah, basically everyone knows I was raped. Rumors. It was a bit like coming out again. Except, you know, I had been sexually assaulted. So it wasn't like coming out again, but, you know, I was telling everyone again. So then I decided, you know, this is what it's come to, why not turn it into a stand-up show?
No, okay. I'm a theater student, and there was this play where this girl gets, like, raped, and I could have done it. You know, I was dealing with all of my shit on my own, and the school just had to get involved, and they knew I was hesitant, and they knew I didn't want to do it, and that I was having, like, panic attacks during rehearsal, and, you know, I was mostly fine, but I do want to tell you this. It's fucked. It involves, like, a whole fuck ton of people. You have students and teachers and...
Well, when they see this, they'll realize what they have done wrong. You have nothing to lose.
Sort of.
I'm naming my rapist in this video, and some of the teachers who have harassed students.
Is that actually gonna help, though? What is that gonna do? Public shaming is hurtful, yeah, but it's not effective.
But everyone's listening.
Is that actually helping you? Is that helping me? Is that helping anybody? If you actually want people to feel safer, you have to appeal to everyone.
Well, I'm trying to appeal to victims, not the perpetrators or whatever.
But people aren't born perpetrators. They get warped and hurt, and you have to take into account all of that hurt when you think about it. And you and I are capable of the exact same thing as them.
So we shouldn't hold people accountable for what they do to others?
No, we should. You can speak to them nicely at least.
I didn't know you made movies.
Yeah, this is my first.
Okay, that's cool. What inspired you?
Well, I'll explain it in a little bit.
Okay, you want me to sit here?
Yes, please.
How do I look?
Good.
So, what should we talk about?
Well, sex.
Really?
Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, of course. I'm game.
Okay, do you have any moves that you use on girls?
Not necessarily. I mean, do you want me to say what worked on you?
If you want.
Is that why you asked to interview me?
One reason.
Well, with you, I just offered to walk you home enough days for you to ask me upstairs.
You walked me home all last semester, right?
Yeah. Late September to early December, so basically.
And, your intention the whole time was to get asked up?
Yeah, not to have sex, but because I liked you. And I still like you, for the record. Does your boyfriend know?
No, he doesn't.
But you're still with him?
Yeah, hang on. You're getting a little ahead of me.
Sorry, what's the next question?
When I did invite you up, what was your first thought?
It's kind of terrible, but I thought I'd made it.
Like, we were definitely gonna have sex?
Yeah. I know it sounds shitty, but I mean, I didn't think we were definitely gonna have sex, but I thought we would at least, like, hook up, you know?
Do you remember, why I invited you up?
No.
You needed to borrow one of my books.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense, because it was close to finals and I was kind of freaking out.
And then what?
Well, you offered to help me a little, and you were looking through your books, and your room is small, so we were close to each other, and you were on the bed, and I was on the floor, and I crawled over and put my hand on your leg, and then...
And then...
You want me to describe it?
Yeah, from your perspective.
Well, I kissed your temple, and I could tell by the way you reacted that you knew what was going to happen, but you weren't sure of it because of your boyfriend. And you... How specific do you want me to be?
Specific doesn't mean graphic.
Okay.
But if you want to be graphic, that's okay.
Okay, so I kissed down your temple, down your cheek, and I got to your lips, and I just whispered something about your boyfriend. Do you remember?
Something about you being better than him, and
But not that blunt. I mean, I'm not a dick. But yeah, I said something about him, and then it was like that sort of thing that, you know, once you start, you can't really stop. You start kissing, and you do over the clothes stuff and under the clothes stuff, and yeah, eventually you fuck. And I'm trying to remember more, but it's been a couple of months, and the camera's a bit distracting. But your eyes were open, and your eyes were closed, and so I half wondered if you were thinking about your boyfriend, but your mouth was open, and you weren't making that much noise. That's it.
and afterwards?
Afterwards. We didn't say much. I figured you were thinking about your boyfriend, and you kind of strike me as a quiet person, so that wasn't so surprising. And it was awkward, so I left. Is that what you wanted?
What do you mean?
Like, is that the answer you wanted for the camera and stuff?
Yeah, but it all makes sense.
I really like you, May. I mean, I expected you were going to break up with your boyfriend, and I would have called you if you did, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't, but... Yeah, well, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it.
That's it?
Yeah, I told you it wouldn't take any longer than 15 minutes.
But why didn't you break up with him?
Well, because I love Jason.
That's not what you said that day.
Yeah, well, I get frustrated with him sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I don't love him.
But he doesn't know we had sex.
No, he does.
He does. And he doesn't care.
He does.
But he didn't break up with you.
No,
No, seriously, he doesn't care?
he does care.
Well, what the hell did you say?
I said that you raped me.
You're fucking kidding me.
No,
Why the hell would you say that?
because you did.
Why did you tell him that?
Because you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
But
I wasn't hesitant because I had a boyfriend. I didn't want to have sex with you. You told me that you needed to borrow a book, and then you told me that you needed help studying, and then you kissed me and we were alone, so I was scared.
that's not what happened. I'm not fucking...
Oh, what? Will you say it? Don't.
I'm sorry, man.
Stop.
No, it's not what happened. I didn't...
Stop,
I wasn't
please.
trying to
Just-
do anything. Hey!
What are you doing?
I didn't...
Wait, get away with... Hey,
I'm fine. I'm totally fine, okay?
Okay, sorry.
He just overwhelmed me, and he was asking me questions, and I just freaked out.
Okay.
I don't think he was even gonna hit me. He went for the camera.
He wasn't gonna hit you. He still went after you.
I panicked, and if I hadn't panicked, I don't think
Sit
he would
down.
have even come after me. He wouldn't. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
For what?
I should have told you that I was meeting with him. I just feel bad.
No, you don't. It's your project. You don't have to tell me anything that you're doing.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought you'd be done soon, so I was just gonna see if you wanted to go home.
That's sweet.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
This year has been so shitty. I can't believe how patient you are with me.
I haven't been patient.
You're so strong and patient.
I just care about you, that's all.
I care about you too.
Do you have any more filming today? Can we go home?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
get out of here.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What?
I think I'm still rolling.
Get that on my face. No. I said no interviews. Didn't I? Didn't I? Come here.
Stop
Come
it.
here. Look at you. So
Turn
pretty.
it off.
Please, come on.
Jason.
Okay. All right.